over in Ballston Quarter, you're renovating a big retail project, and the retail market has changed so much in the last few years. So tell us about the opportunities and challenges.
So it's very interesting. Ballston was due for a new retail experience. There were no two ways about it. I mean, we've owned it for a very long time. It actually was my first job at Forest City. I leased Ballston Common Mall when that was the name and when malls were the thing. This was before we are ripping off the roof today and really creating an experience, not just a shopping experience. It's an experience that will have entertainment, that will have wellness, that will provide people with opportunities to, yes, shop, but to eat and to experience lots of different activities.
In Ballston, the office market, so certainly has been some changes with governmental agencies and governmental contractors and what's happening to them in the marketplace. Tell us about the Ballston office market.
So the Ballston office market's very interesting. Yes, there have been some big changes, but it's also filling in. So Amazon Web Services took 50,000 square feet, and many other users are coming in and not taking gigantic chunks, but filling in at 20 to 50,000 square foot increments. We believe that we, in effect, are a catalyst, and our new project will bring more people. I believe it's already been announced that Avalon Bay is staying in Ballston and is just moving across the street into a new building. There are something like 9 projects going on in Ballston. It is still right on a metro, good proximity to the district. We will now have excellent retail, entertainment, and a new apartment building, so we're very high on the Ballston market.
Debbie, as president of Forest City, Washington, you're responsible for development up and down the East Coast. Tell us a little bit about the different markets, say what's different about Baltimore, Richmond, and then DC.
Baltimore to me is very interesting because, one hears about different things in Baltimore, but the area that we are developing in is actually a very safe area. It's adjacent to Hopkins. We work with Hopkins on that, but I think things like Eager Park and what we've brought, the retail we've brought to the community, really make people proud of what is there, and it is a wonderful community. In Richmond, it's operating assets. So years ago, we developed mixed use because we do have an office building, but it's really adaptive reuse. So we took old tobacco warehouses and turned them into residential buildings. And they're just unique and wonderful loft type units. There's nothing to me that compares to this project in Washington, D.C., as much as I love Virginia and Ballston, because as I said, it was the first place that I worked for Forest City. But it is rare in one's real estate career that one would get 48 acres to develop into a large mixed-use project. So we get to do every type of product imaginable, basically, except for industrial.
What's your take on the current DC office market?
Interestingly enough, I actually think that the market is coming back much sooner than I had anticipated. We do this project in phases. So we finished phase 1, which is really the older historic part. We're getting ready to go into phase 2, across New Jersey Avenue. We're developing our first apartment building, and we are starting with office, which really was supposed to be phase 3. I'm amazed at how many tours we've had basically already even this year of large users who are interested in looking at this as an office site. So there are a fair number of irons in the fire right now with respect to office, and I really see, I see it developing much sooner than I anticipated.
When you look at the yards, could the yards handle Amazon's headquarters?
HQ2 can fit in Yards West, it can fit across the river at Poplar Point, and it can fit along Buzzards Point. This has been a very interesting experience for me. By this I mean thinking about where Amazon headquarters could go down at the Capitol Riverfront. When the process started, I thought, this is never going to work out. I mean, we're just not going to get this together. There are too many developers, a district. I'm not sure that they're equipped to put this type of bid together. And by the time it was over, in a very short period of time, my entire attitude had changed. I was incredibly impressed with the district's presentation. I love the mayor's little videos. But more importantly, DC is unusual, I think. I mean, this may happen in New York, but I don't think so. Our developers really work together. We compete with one another, But on something like this, I've never seen such a spirit of cooperation, and we absolutely can make it work and will work to create an incredible Anacostia waterfront headquarters for Amazon. What I learned from this experience really is that it doesn't matter. I mean, it would be great if we got Amazon. Quite frankly, it would be great if Amazon came to any of the 3 district sites, because we'll all benefit. But what I learned from this is that we are prepared as the District of Columbia to work together to bring in whatever corporate headquarters is out there. And that's really what's important.